guys, இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போகிறோம்னா UPSC Geo-Scientist 2024 அதில் பேப்பர் 2 Geology and Hydrogeology கொஷின் தான் நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறோம். இதில் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஷின், the idea that many of the features of the landscape were explained rapidly occurring event given principles. இதில் 4 பிரின்சிபல் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. யூனிஃபார்மிட்டேரியனிசம், கேட்டட்ரோபிசம், அன்கன்ஃபார்மிட்டிஸ், கிராஜுவலேஷன். தி லேண்ட்ஸ்கேப் ஃபியூச்சர்ஸ் வந்து ரேப்பிட்லி அக்கரிங் ஈவெண்ட் வந்து கேட்டட்ரோபிசம். கேட்டட்ரோபிசம் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஃப்ளட், எர்த்குவேக், அந்த மாதிரி சடன் அண்டு ரேப்பிடாக சடன் அண்ட் ரேப்பிடாக நடக்கக்கூடிய ஈவெண்ட்லாம் இதில் கேட்டட்ரோபிசம்னு சொல்லுவோம். இதே நம்ம அன்கன்ஃபார்மிட்டிஸ்னு பார்த்தா அது ஜியாலஜிக்கல் ப்ராசஸ் அக்கர் கிராஜுவலி ஓவர் லாங் பீரியட். அது நம்ம இந்த ப்ரெசன்ட் இஸ் கீ டு த பாஸ்ட் சொல்லுவோம்ல, அது வந்து ஜியாலஜிக்கல் ப்ராசஸ் வந்து கிராஜுவலாக நடக்கிற ஈவெண்ட். அன்கன்ஃபார்மிட்டிஸ்னால் அது வந்து unconformities are geological gap in the rock record caused by erosion or lack of deposition. அது வந்து unconformities சொல்லுவோம். இந்த கிராஜுவலேஷன் வந்து இது சிமிலர் டு த unconformities. இது கண்டினியூஸ் ப்ராசஸ், அது நடக்கும். இது ஃபஸ்ட் கொஸ்டினோட ஆன்சர் கேட்டட்ரோபிசம். செகண்ட் வந்து மெட்டீரியல்ஸ்லேருந்து ஒரு கொஸ்டின் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. தி இன்க்ளூஷன் இன் மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் கன்சிடர் டு பி droplet that have contents from original solar nebula from which solar system derives are known as. இதில் கொண்ட்ரல்ஸ், கோண்ட்ரைட், யூக்ரைட், கோண்ட்ரைட் 4 ஆப்ஷன் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. இதில் கரெக்ட் ஆப்ஷன் வந்து ஆப்ஷன் ஏ. இது வந்து controls are small spherical inclusion found in meteorite, specifically chondrite. They are considered to be a droplet of molten rock that condenses from the original solar nebula. இந்த செகண்ட் மற்ற அதர் ஆப்ஷன்லாம் பார்த்தோன்னா chondrite அது வந்து டைப் ஆஃப் ஸ்டோனி meteorite contain chondrules among the oldest solid material in the solar system. Achondrite வந்து stony meteorite but lack of chondrules. Euchondrite a type of chondritic meteorites primarily composed of basaltic rock, originated from asteroid like Vesta. The next question வந்து what is the average albedo of whole earth? இது எப்படி நம்ம மெஷர் பண்ணோம்னா, albedo is measure of how much sunlight reflected by a surface. இது ஓவராலாக 30%. Answer is C. 30% of the solar sunlight will be reflected by the surface. அதாவது இன்கமிங் சோலார் ரேடியேஷன் ரிஃப்ளெக்ட் பண்ணிவிடும். இன்கமிங் சோலார் ரேடியேஷன் இஸ் ரிஃப்ளெக்டட் பேக் இன் டு ஸ்பேஸ். 70% of the solar radiation will be absorbed. அது பார்த்தா ஆப்ஷன் 1 இல்லை, ஆப்ஷன் 2 இஸ் கரெக்ட், ஆப்ஷன் 4 ஆர் இன்கரெக்ட். Next, match the following. First one, a list of magma and lava through external forms. அடுத்து நம்ம ஃபியூச்சர்ஸை பார்க்க போகிறோம். இதில் 2 மேக்மா கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, மேஃபிக் மேக்மா அண்ட் ஃபெல்சிக் மேக்மா. இதில் மேஃபிக் மேக்மானா ரிச் டென்ஸ் மெட்டீரியல், ரிச் இன் அயர்ன் அண்ட் மெக்னீசியம், லெஸ் விஸ்கஸ், லீடிங் டு நான் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோசிவ், typical of shield volcanoes. மேஃபிக் வந்து குவைட் எரப்ஷன். ஃபெல்சிக் மேக்மா வந்து ரிச் இன் அயர்ன், ஹைலி விஸ்கஸ் அண்ட் ட்ராப் கேசஸ் லீடிங் டு எக்ஸ்ப்ளோசிவ் எரப்ஷன். எஸ்ஸுக்கு வந்து 4, ஆர்க் வந்து 3, எஸ்க்கு வந்து 1, ஆர்க் வந்து 3. அப்போ ஆப்ஷன் 2 இஸ் கரெக்ட். First all lava flow வந்து Qக்கு வந்து from bulk and rough surface. First one வந்து smooth surface. Okay. Next, fifth question. In some case, the sediment on the downgoing plate are added to accretionary prism when the basal thrust of prism propagate into downgoing sediment from the duplex structures, adding to the sediment to bottom of the accretionary prism. This is called, இதில் 4 different options கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. Obduction, subduction, underplating, accretion. இந்த இதில் வந்து கரெக்ட் ஆப்ஷன் வந்து underplating. Underplating occur when sediment from the downgoing plate, subducting slab are added to the base of the accretionary prism due to thrust propagation into subducted sediment. This leads to the formation of a duplex structure and increases the thickness of prism from below. இந்த மற்ற ஆப்ஷனை கம்பேர் பண்ணக்குள்ள obduction, the process where oceanic crust in thrust onto continental crust instead of subducting. Subduction plus subduction வந்து the process of one tectonic plate sink beneath another mantle. Accretion, the broader term for the adding material into the prism, but does not specifically refers to underplating. Widespread, next question, 6th. Widespread asymmetrical bulges along continental edge that fall directly into the sea with steep slope toward the coast are called. Asymmetrical bulge along the continental edge that fall directly into the sea with steep slope toward the coast is called. இந்த ஆப்ஷனில் நம்ம கொஞ்சம் டீட்டெயிலாக டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம். ஃபஸ்ட்டு வந்து கிரேட் எஸ்கார்ப்மெண்ட். அது வந்து a steep slope or long cliff that separate different elevation found in rim zone. இது இல்லை. Fall line, the geomorphological boundary where river from waterfall or rapid as they descend from harder to softer formation. Outlying plateau, isolated highland. இதில் கரெக்ட் ஆப்ஷன் இஸ் marginal swell. Marginal swell are widespread asymmetrical bulge found along continental edge. These features slope more gently towards the ocean but have a steeper slope toward the coast. They are often associated with passive continental margin and can result from thermal uplift or tectonic process. 7th question. Glacial drift represent. Options are glacial sediment transported from accumulation zone, coarse grained sediment transported by glacial, sediment eroded by glacial and transported by meltwater. D. All types of glacier transported sediment. In the glacial drift is a general term for all sediment transported and deposited by glacier. இதில் regarded by whether they are carried directly by ice or by meltwater include till unsalted material, stratified drift, sediment sorted and deposited by glacial meltwater. So option 1 is partially correct but does not include meltwater. Option B only focus on coarse grain material where glacial drift include both fine and coarse grain. Option C referred specifically to meltwater transported but exclude those transported directly by ice. So option D is the most comprehensive choice as glacial drift include all type of sediment moved by glacial. Next, 8th question. In a delta, the thick layer consists consists of coarse particles that drop soon after entering the water body is called toposet. Toposet if entering the river carried a material on in a delta, the thick layer consists of coarse particle that drop soon after entering the water body enter the composed of coarse grained sediment, sand and gravel that deposited first as the river slowed down upon entering the water body. This layer form the uppermost part of the delta. Foreset layer consists of medium to fine sediment sloping front of the delta extending seaward. Bottommost set layer made up of fine sediment, clay and silt that travel further into the basin before settling. Okay. இதில் வந்து வாட்டர் பாடி அது வெலாசிட்டியை பொறுத்து தான் அதோட மெட்டீரியல் டிரான்ஸ்போர்ட்டு கேட்டகரைஸ் பண்ணும். ஹை வெலாசிட்டினா ஹெவி சைஸ் மெட்டீரியல் வந்து கேரி பண்ணும். லோ லேமினார் ஃப்ளோ அதாவது லோ ஃப்ளோ வெலாசிட்டினா அதோட மெட்டீரியல் கேரி பண்ணுற வெலாசிட்டி வந்து குறையும், அதனால் கிரெயின் சைஸும் குறையும். நெக்ஸ்ட் 9th question. Which one of the following is not correct? இது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். இது எது ராங் ஆப்ஷன் தான் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. மிசிசிப்பி ரிவர் டெல்டா. மிசிசிப்பி ரிவர் இஸ் river dominated delta is primarily by large sediment load carried by river. Second option, Ganga's Brahmaputra delta. This is actually wrong. It's not a river dominated delta, is tidal dominated delta, not purely river dominated delta. Next one is Nile delta is Nile delta is wave dominated delta. Correct. Fly river delta is tide dominated delta. So B is incorrect. First one is correct, second one is correct, third one is wrong. Ganga is not a river dominated delta, it's actually tide dominated delta. Next question. A nearly horizontal or landward sloping bench developed due to deposition of sediment by ocean waves is called option wave cut bench, beach, marine platform. இதில் கரெக்ட் ஆப்ஷன் இஸ் பி, ஆப்ஷன் பி, berm. A berm is a nearly horizontal or gently sloping bench formed by deposition of sediment along shoreline by ocean waves. Are typically located above high water mark or present highest point of the regular wave action on bench. Wave cut bench on the erosion action of waves. Beach on the entire area of loose sediment, sand, gravel, pebbles that lies between the high and low water mark, shaped by wave actions. Fourth on the marine platform, a flat level area of rock formed by erosion of waves, typically found along coast where the bedrock has been eroded. Kyolinite okay, next 11th question. Kyolinite is generally a weathering product of which one of the following is feldspar? Option 1 A is correct. Clay mineral typically form as a weathering product of feldspar, particularly in acidic condition. Feldspar undergo chemical weathering that leads to formation of kyolinite as a secondary mineral. Other option muscovite and bioditas are mica group that is more resistant to weathering and typically does not directly form form kaolinite. Biotite like muscovite, whether into other minerals such clay mineral like smectite or illite rather than kaolinite. Option 4 is carbonate such as calcite, whether to form bicarbonate and other compounds, not kaolinite. Next questions. Consider the following statement regarding soil formation. Similar soil can develop from different parent material. Is correct. Time is not an important component. Time is also important. Climate is more important than other factors in formation of soil. 3 also correct. The 1, 2, okay. Option B. Which of the following statement given above is correct? The option 1 and 3 are correct. Next question, 13th question. Poisson ratio is ratio of transverse strain or deformation strain by axial strain. The Poisson ratio is defined as the ratio of transverse strain to the axial strain in a material when it's subjected to axial stress. In simple terms, it describes how much a material expand or contract in a perpendicular direction transverse when stretched or compressed in the axial direction. Actually, length. So the option B is correct. Next question. The difference between the total stress and the mean stress of geological system is called the difference between total stress and mean stress. It's actually a deviatoric stress. Option A is correct. Deviatoric stress are hydrostatic stress in geological system. The stress tensor that cause deformation such as stretching, compression or shearing in a material excluding the effect of isotropic pressure. Other options are hydrostatic stress. This is the mean stress which is the same in all direction and cause no shear deformation. Differential stress refer to difference in stress between maximum and minimum normal stress, often used to describe the stress that cause deformation. Option D is normal stress. This is stress acting perpendicular to a surface and it is not specifically related to difference between total and mean stress. So option A is correct. Next, consider the following geological actions. Geological section of a folded terrain and the corresponding statement. Code G வந்து Archean granite, Cambrian A வந்து Cambrian G வந்து Archean granite, A வந்து Cambrian argos, S வந்து Cambrian shale, M வந்து Museum mudstone, FS வந்து fine sediment. 4 statement கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. Which of the statement are given above are correct? 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2, 3 and 4 are correct. Okay. இதில் நம்ம correct option வந்து okay, let's check the rock sequence contain deformity disconformity. And the rock sequence contain disconformity. First number disconformity na disconformity refers to an unconformity between parallel sedimentary layer, indicate gap in deposition. Cambrian argos and Cambrian shale are parallel with an erosion surface between them. This could represent discontinuity. So option A is correct. Next, the rock sequence contain non-conformity. Non-conformity means occur when younger sediment rock rest on older. usually igneous or metamorphic rocks. In case Archean granite is the bottom older and underneath the Cambrian layer A and S. So suggests the presence of non-conformity is also correct. Third, unconformity form folding. The sequence of graph include disconformity and non-conformity, and these could have formed before the folding event. The folding of the rock layer indicate deformation after the unconformity was already established. So this statement is also correct. Option 4, granite body got emplaced in core of anticline fold. No, this is wrong. So option C is the correct answer. In question 15, yeah, C is the correct answer. Next, LS tectonite is, the four options are rock, a strongly deformed rock dominated by both linear and planar fabric. Yeah, is correct. And LS tectonic refers to type of rock that undergoes significant deformation, particularly context of ductile shear zone. The term LS is derived from two types of fabric element. L represent lineation, S represent foliation. The linear features formed by stretching or shearing. Foliation, the planar fabric element that often develop under shear or compressional stress. In LS tectonic, both linear and planar features are prominent due to deformation, typically in the form of shear zone, where the rock experiences both stretching and flattening during deformation process. So option A is the correct answer. Next question. Consider the following diagram of fault and corresponding statement. Four statement கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. இதில் which of the statement given are correct? Yeah, okay. First, we have to discuss in hinging wall. Hinging wall moved neither up nor down but displaced horizontally relative to the foot wall in the fault. Strike slip fault. The first option describes strike slip fault where the movement is horizontal with no vertical displacement of the hinging wall. However, the question is more concerned with identifying the type of fault and the direction of movement. So the statement is still relevant but not fully correct on the specific left or right lateral movement. So first one is not. The second is fault is a strike. The fault is strike fault. Discussed earlier, this could refer to any strike slip fault but not clear enough to identify the in context. Okay. Third one is fault is left and strike slip fault. If you stand facing the fault, the opposite side of move to the left. This make this statement correct for left lateral fault. So option 3 is correct. For the silicon side lineation formed due to falling is expected to be horizontal. For the silicon side lineation, the striation mark on the fault surface typically align with horizontal direction of fault motion. making this correct. Okay, option D is correct. 3 and 4. Next question is, consider the following statement. The antithetic, four options are given. Statements are given. Which of the statement given is or correct? Antithetic fault dip towards the master fault. Yes, correct. Antithetic fault is not same master plate, no. Synthetic fault dip towards the master fault, no. The synthetic fault dip the same direction of master fault. So option A is the correct. The antithetic fault is type of fault that form opposite to the direction of master fault. It dip towards the master fault. So statement A is correct. Statement 4. The synthetic fault form in same direction as master fault, meaning it dip in the same direction as master fault. This is also correct. 1 and 4 statements are correct and statement 2 are incorrect. Next question. The angle of internal friction of your rock is 20 degree. According to Coulomb failure criterion, the acute angle between two conjugate shear fracture plane formed in the rock should ideally be 28 degree. Options are 28 degree, 58 degree, 60 degree, 62 degree. The correct option is 62 degree. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 20. Consider the following statement regarding homogeneous deformation due to shearing. Homogeneous deformation due to shearing. இதில் ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் 4 ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. விச் ஆஃப் தி ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் ஆர் above is correct? Straight line remain straight after deformation in homogeneous deformation due to shearing. Straight line remains straight after deformation is correct. Straight line become curved after deformation, no. Parallel line remain parallel after deformation is correct. Parallel line lose their parallelism after, is not correct. The option B is correct. In the statement 1 describe this is true for homogeneous deformation. The straight line do not become curved. They remain straight, but the orientation and position might change. Statement B, the line became curved after deformation, is incorrect. Homogeneous deformation in straight line stays straight through, though they may change in length or orientation. Is false. Statement 3, parallel line remain parallel after deformation is true. Homogeneous deformation that is uniform throughout. Parallel line remain parallel, although their spacing might change. 4, parallel line lose their parallelism, no, after deformation is incorrect. Parallel line only lose their parallelism if the deformation is inhomogeneous or if the shear involve differential stress. So option B is the correct answer. Okay, out of 120 கொஷினில் நம்ம 20 கொஷின் மட்டும் தான் இதில் ட்ரை பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஓகே, we will discuss in next. பார்ப்போம்.